All right. It's Thursday, May 25th, 4 p.m. almost in a few seconds. Quote for today: the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. And this is from Stephen McCraney. He's a novelist, like a graphic novelist. But yeah, basically, master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried, because the master has tried a lot and the master has failed a lot, and yeah, it's better to just kind of fail, and then once you learn from them, these failures, hopefully you'll be on your way to be a master. Anyway, I'm gonna try something different today. Although at the beginning, I want to go through one article, actually two, and then and just start scrolling through Twitter and see if I find anything interesting, and just give you my hot take on the go. All right. First article it's a screenshot from Sam Lesson. He's a VC. His Twitter bio says like intern at the information. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, GP Edslow, former VP product at Facebook, co-founder. Basically, this guy knows his shit. He's in the tech elite, tech industry elite, I guess. So he posts this a screenshot of an article from the Information Forum about AI, right? The title is "Too Expensive or Too Cheap? Why AI Continues to Reveal Itself as a Terrible VC Bet." And it's quite short, so I'm going to just read it out, and I think it's very insightful. From an investing perspective, because they're just like everything, it's like AI seems to be hot right now. Like it might seem from the outside or even on the inside that, if you start an AI company now, you're going to get showered of money. Well, from an investing perspective, I'm just reading it out right now. I've been saying for a while that generative AI is fool's gold. It looks super shiny at first blush, but when you get into the weeds, there is very little opportunity for VC, and mostly for startups. Why? For venture capital to make sense, you basically need opportunities where a few million high-risk, high-reward dollars makes a difference. Meaning like you get the money from a VC and suddenly, woo, you're off to the races. Where you can invest initially single-digit millions of dollars and eventually double-digit millions of dollars to turn over cards, which proves a business hypothesis is good/real. Right? You're taking a bet that, maybe, this thing that this guy Steve Jobs is starting, maybe it makes sense. Have a new computer company, right? But give him a few mil and see what he builds, and we can see where that goes. With AI, it's a bit different, right? The problem is that and I'm quoting again, the problem is that when things are either too expensive or too cheap, VC just doesn't make sense, right? When things are too cheap, VC is terrible for businesses that require no money to start them, and can grow off cash flow. Showing VC to companies like these usually kills them. Cough, media, cough. When things are too expensive, that's the second reason why, the second problem. VC is also terrible for businesses that require infrastructure level dollars of investment to start. Hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, right? So, basically, what of AI? Well, with AI thematically, we see two things. One, we see models that take literally billions of dollars to develop, right? I guess OpenAI raised like over 10 billion, right? They got a lot of Microsoft money. So yeah, that isn't a VC play. So much so that really it is dominated by a few $centi-billion companies and one very odd philanthropy that turned itself into a for-profit company. I think you just can see here at OpenAI. It used to be a not-for-profit, right? OpenAI. Now people are making fun of it. It's closed AI. They took a fuckload of money again from Microsoft, and now are a for-profit company. So this is, and they're competing against Google and I guess maybe Facebook. But yeah, only the big players are there. This is not a place for VC. VC just isn't set up for bets like this. Yeah, I don't think any VC would give OpenAI 10 bill. Two, we see a lot of weird niche applications of that tech where people charge each other $20 a month to do something specific that got slash get gets popular fast and build cash flow. These babies are tempting for VCs, but ultimately hard to see VC outcomes from. Nor, as Elon nicely said today, should these companies be taking VC dollars if they want to get anywhere interesting. Yeah, so should VCs be looking at AI? AI should create lots of leverage for lots of traditional businesses, good old meat and potato startups. It isn't that there aren't opportunities created in AI, it's just that the companies that VC should be looking at most certainly don't end in .ai. And so what he means by that is like, yeah, there are all these companies or launching a product hunt saying like we have this new AI application, we leverage the API with OpenAI, yada yada yada. No, like this is not gonna. Even though they make some, they charge some money, and people like this. Like it's a fad. And in the comments here to this article, it's the same thing. Like this is kind of like saying in 2010 that apps were not an investable category because you can't be Apple or Google, and everything else is too small ball. Actually, even if that's right, apps turned out to be indeed mostly be fool's investment thesis. All the app funds that fell flat, almost no company that defined itself as an app worked. So yeah, like basically, like there were successful apps, right? I mean, a lot of them, but they weren't just an app. Like they weren't just like, oh, like we're gonna create. Although I don't know what the fuck that means. Actually, I think this guy is right. But I kind of think I think I get the message here, like just leveraging the OpenAPI thing with like creating an AI tool that's going to summarize your emails better or whatever. Like Google's going to do that either way, right? And they have all the fucking resources. So the conclusion here is AI should create lots of leverage for lots of traditional businesses slash good old meat and potato startups. Basically, startups that are doing XYZ, say they're changing how workplaces function in terms of like the amount of meetings they have. They leverage AI, right? They're not an AI company, but they leverage AI, right? Or HubSpot recently in their quarterly earnings call explained how they're using AI, and their stock just fucking like went up 20% or something, or even more, because they're leveraging the technology to boost their business operations, and I guess enable whatever they're doing more. But they're not just an AI company. So yeah, build a cool business or find an idea that solves a real issue, and then leverage AI to solve it even better. But don't start from, I guess, just like, oh, we want to do something with AI. Anyway, my 2 cents. And here's a short thing. It's more like a manifesto, but I thought like, yeah, like America. It's from this guy who's been a VC Fred for like a few decades now, and he talks about the freedom to innovate and how his like Web3 investing activities have been subpoenaed by the Department of Financial Services. And he explained that, if like when they want to shut it down, I say double down, because like his testimony basically, he had a, wait, where is this thing? He had a cool, well, it's not showing up anymore, but basically he was just like, yeah, when China shuts it down, that means it's something you should invest in. And here's a cool quote: "The most powerful technologies send waves of fear through the establishment. When you see that fear in their eyes, invest in the cause of that fear." Yeah, I guess this is just mainly applicable to like crypto, right? Web3 stuff. And yeah, maybe like when you see that fear in their eyes, invest in the cause of that fear. Some people are just afraid that, this is gonna blow up and put a lot of people in a very uncomfortable financial situation, and that's kind of what happened recently with crypto. So Sometimes it's fear of like, oh, a new technology is going to disrupt us. Like we shouldn't. Then double down. Like if you think this is actually going to add value to society, change a lot of the old ways that we've been just been there for a while when it comes to certain industries. But if it's if it's like fear, like oh, like shit, no one knows how this actually works, and like if it's like what's the long term game, if it's actually adding value, then yeah, I think there's an important differentiator what kind of fear you see in the regulator's eye. And now, as promised, I'm gonna go back to Twitter and see what's going on Twitter, huh? You can see who I'm following, and like, well, here's a post from Nikita Beer. I think I mentioned him in one of my previous press reviews. This guy who like scaled a few social apps very successfully. Here's a post: How to de-risk building a social network. The components that have the most engineering scope tend to be wholly reusable, such as the friend finder and invite system. The fastest way to arrive at an app that resonates is to run rapid experiments by only changing the interaction model. And there is a graphic, social network testing stack for rapid iteration, product concept, iteration model, reusable components, inbox notifications, navigation, registration flow, invitation sharing system, friend finder, social graph. So I guess you can basically take all the components that are now shared across most of the social apps, social media apps, and just change the interaction model, like Snapchat versus Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, not much to comment here. I guess it makes sense. They are kind of under the hood, same shit, just different interaction model. Yes, there's this guy. No, not this guy. Yeah, Sven. Sven Iverson. He has these like cool things where he just kind of says like, oh, like what if this product had this feature? And it's kind of like he really wanted that feature to be there, but probably would never happen. And like Zillow poll to see who gets the house in a divorce. And so basically you can like, and here's a screenshot: who gets the house? The Morrisons fell out of love with each other, but not their home. Help decide who keeps the house in the divorce proceedings. Linda marathoner, or Paul 21K in debt. Some social justice here, I guess. Yeah, people would love this. I don't think it should be like. Yeah. I think it'd be cool to have it, and then like could nudge to a decision. But yeah. Anyway, nothing. Yeah. Is there anything cool out there? Scrolling through my Twitter thread. Okay, Peter Yang. I share tips and humor on how to level up your product skills and grow a creator business. Alright, well, he has almost 100k followers. I don't follow him, but he showed up on my Twitter feed. And what is his Twitter? What does he say in this tweet? The remote work versus in-office debate is strange. Pretty obvious to me that the best arrangement is 3 days in the office for meetings, teamwork, 2 days at home for deep work. Hybrid, right? Hybrid. That's what you want. Yeah, I get it. I'm not sure. I guess like the pain for some people is like, shit, like I'm living just far away from wherever the office is, like, and then like if you have to be 3 days at the office, you have to still be in that city. It's almost as if you were coming in every day, except for like this deep work thing, which I think it's a very fair consensus. Like, but most of the people who I guess are really like hardcore remote is because they want to be as far as possible from the office, never come in, never have to put on a clean set of clothes, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, it's a really good consensus, and I think most companies will end up doing that. What else? We got some more time. Sorry, I'm just like looking at some weird infographic about two guys, startup founders, taking a piss at the urinal, and one of them starts saying, ChatGPT is just the tip of the iceberg. This week alone, 37 new crazy AI tools have launched. Going back to what we said, right? All these AI tools, fuck AI tools, are like, I mean, but they're not gonna be, they're not VC investable. Like, they're just tools. They're not products. Here's what you need to know if you don't want to fall behind. Yeah, it's just like so true. There's so much like this wisdom sharing on Twitter. Anything else? Like, I'm just looking. Oh, Babylon B. No. Yeah. If you're just listening to this, and you're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I'm scrolling through my Twitter and trying to find something interesting for you. Jason Kalakanakis, I guess, he's trying to, like, he has a plan for San Francisco recovery. Lower taxes, build more homes, convert commercial to residential where possible. Zero tolerance of fentanyl and meth, decriminalize less harmful substances, defund homeless industrial complex, fund police, zero tolerance for violent crime. Yes. Yes. Jason for president. Yeah, I guess like I don't know what, build more homes, yeah, convert commercial, yeah. Curious to hear why lower taxes. I mean, I'm pro lower taxes, but why is this top of the list? Is that such a big game changer? Here's a very funny photo of the French president, Emmanuel Macron, sitting with Sam Altman, and the caption by Matt Turk is, Sam, did you know GPT means I farted in French? Yeah, I'm curious what Sam is up to, flying around. He's been in Warsaw. Like, he's been here, here. I'm here. Surprise, surprise. He's been here for a few hours on Monday, I believe. Gave a cool talk, and now he's visiting all the big, mostly boys, big dogs, I guess, world leaders around Europe, because he's been saying hi to people at the Senate and Congress last week in the U.S. So, regulatory capture, huh? What else? Maybe from following, sorry, because just like looking through all this weird shit and you're thinking like, yeah, there's more business stuff, tech stuff on my, hopefully, no. From Morning Brew. Green inflation is real and probably good for the economy. Companies have used inflation as an excuse for generous price increases. First quarter earnings suggest that may be one reason a recession is permanently 6 months away. Oh, the virtuous cycle of, inflation, greed inflation, basically, like companies saying, oh, there's so much inflation, why don't we just raise our prices a bit more? And just like making the wheel spin. I guess good for them if like people still keep buying their stuff. Keep raising your prices. I guess price elasticity and all that stuff is like an important thing to I guess go back to Google, think about it, and like, yeah, like you've been selling this kind of whatever soda for like $1.50, and then you start charging $3 and nothing changes, people keep buying your stuff, then maybe you've been losing a lot of money for the past I don't know how long. All right, I don't know what you guys think of this or what you think of this, my dear listener. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep scrolling Twitter for you. You can do it yourselves. If you want to chat, holla at me. This has been fun. Main takeaway: AI tools, not a VC business. What's like the big game in AI? It's like businesses that are already established or startups, like good old meat and potato startups that are focused on solving that particular problem and implement AI tools into their product, right? So there you have it. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. So this is yet another trial and error on my side with this podcast. Love you.